Well, we need to make Django administration aware of the data that should be managed here. Because not necessarily all your models need to be manageable here. If some content is user generated and you as an admin might not need to moderate it or view it, then you might not want to include it here. So therefore, you explicitly have to inform Django about which data should show up here. So to make Django aware that certain data should be manageable through this administration interface, we need to go back to our code and change something there. In our app folder, so in the book outlet folder, there you might have noticed this admin py file. And in the past, we didn't use that file at all. Well, now we will use it to register our models here for this admin interface. Therefore, we need to import our models. So from .models, I'll import book in my case here, since that's the only model we have. And then we can use admin, which is already being imported, .site.register, and then to register, pass your model name. So in this case, book. And this tells Django that this model should be added to the administration site, that you want to administer it through that interface. So if we now save everything, if I go back and reload this admin page, now you see the books showing up here and the app name showing up here as well. And now we can click on books to start working on our data. And here we see the existing books. The text you see here is defined by this stir method, which we overrode. So here I'm outputting title and rating, which is why that's how the data is presented here in the list. And we can click on a book to edit it, for example, and change the rating of my story to 3 if we want to, and maybe make it a bestseller, and click Save. We can also add a new book now with this Add Book button, and add a new book where we say, new story, the rating is definitely a 4, the author is me, and this is not a bestseller yet. And for the slug, we could now set our own slug, but we know that the slug will be auto-generated anyways, because we overrode that save method, and hence here I can click Save, and now we have a problem. Now I have to fill out that field here because it technically is required, even though we as the developer know that the value will be set automatically. So how can we now work around that? I mean, of course, we can enter some dummy data and save that, and then it would be saved, but that would be kind of bad because we entered some dummy data just to have it overwritten anyways. And that's not really intuitive and doesn't make a lot of sense. So what we need to do here is we need to customize how our data is presented here, how this form is generated, and which kind of inputs are expected from Django's side.